start by giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rock Kadesh, the runners to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the time is true. Alright, this is Judges chapter 10, verses 13 and 14. Ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in this time of your tribulation. And I just wanted to say, let's get into, we know that Satan is the God of this world, all right? And the people that he used on his side, on the left hand side, is the Edomites. So, you putting your trust in the Edomites, making them your God, is what I want to get at with that verse, all right? Because there's a lot of people celebrating Elon Musk buying Twitter like that's some kind of a victory. This also shows you how, mentally slow the average American is. Because the man that's making all the devices, the small car, Neuralink, the chip, to enslave you, and you are celebrating him buying a media outlet. All right. This is Psalms 55, and I'm going to read verse 15 through 17. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell. For wickedness is their dwellings in among them. As for me, I will call upon Yahweh, and the Lord shall save me. Even in morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. So the elect is only looking for towards the Lord, all right? Nothing else, all right? And they ain't falling for little weird stuff like this, like the man is making all the satanic devices, buying a media outlet as being some kind of a good news. But let me just play this off.
Panic now that Elon Musk is set to take full control of Twitter. The world's richest man buying the company for $44 billion and is set to take it private. Musk saying this, quote, free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. Conservatives celebrating this as a win for free speech, while liberals are holding a funeral for the platform. RIP Twitter and leaving Twitter have been trending all day. Greg, what does that tell you, though? That Twitter is now going to be freer and liberals are upset.
Because imagine your favorite restaurant, is under new ownership. And it went from vegan to barbecue. This is what's happening. It's no longer preferred treatment for the left, right?
Yeah.
You don't get the best table by the window anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody is now the same. He basically took control of the media's diet, because Twitter is their journalistic buffet spread. That's where they go to get all their stories. And this is why there was a problem with Twitter. It elevated extreme takes, anointed by like a pop.
All right, and the left and the right, you get into that left and right wing. This is Revelation 13, verse 11. And I behold another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spoke as a dragon. And the two horns is getting into democracy, left and right wing, all right, Democrats, Republican, all right, like a lamb, like it's all peaceful or whatever, but he speaks as a dragon in a warlike manner, all right. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. All right. And we know that first beast is going into the Roman Empire, and the deadly wound being healed is the NATO EU headed by Babylon the Great, the whore, all right, which we know as America today. 13th verse, and he does great wonders, so that he makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, and we know they are making that fire coming down. That's getting into them nuclear missiles that Esau got. All right, that's their great wonder. All right, and now it's in 14th verse, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of these miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had been wounded by the sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. So when a man is making the devices like the smart car, a Tesla, and Neuralink chip to enslave the people, take over a major outlet, it's definitely not for your freedom. All right. Now this side is celebrating because they really don't understand what's going on, but the other side is so upset. Let me see if I can. It's sick, and yeah, it's not beneficial to them either. But let's just hear the other side.
Can a company
Speak
make
on it
the
for a
planet a
minute.
better place? At Walmart, we're pursuing 100% renewable energy in our
I remember
operations
they used the
and
Slocky for the
aiming to
ads.
protect millions
I
of
see they
acres of
don't want
land
you to skip the
so
ads,
we can
man.
all live better.
About it. NBC business and technology correspondent Jolene Kent has our Sunday focus.
In typical Elon Musk fashion, it took off with a tweet. On April 14th, the richest person in the world posted this: "I made an offer." More than 2 weeks later, and one so-called poison pill attempt by the board to thwart the sale, Twitter accepted. Twitter co-founder and ex-CEO Jack Dorsey endorsed his fellow billionaire, calling Musk the singular solution he trusts. If approved, Musk will take the company private, forking over $44 billion. And if the deal goes through, he would become the most indebted CEO in the U.S.
You know how you know that things are staying out of control, that he didn't even have to buy Twitter with his own money. He borrowed all the money that he used to buy Twitter. All right. So this kingdom is truly set up for Esau to prosper.
However, the self-described free speech absolutist insists that owning Twitter, which now has 229 million daily users, is not about the cash flow.
My strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important.
A public platform that is massively trusted, right, and broad. All right. Now, if you wanted to push some, like, I don't know, that you might need to get this chip so that you might buy and sell, wouldn't it be helpful to have a platform like Twitter to push your message out? All right. Revelations 13, 16, 17, 18. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man may buy or sell, except he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 600 6. Alright, so we know he's one of the developers behind this chip. Alright.
To the future of civilization. But you've described yourself. I don't care about the economics at all.
Instead, his focus is on what he calls free speech, saying it's the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square.
Well, I think it's very important for there to be an inclusive arena for free speech.
He plans to add new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans.
Having tweets sort of mysteriously be promoted and demoted with no insight into what's going on, I think this can be quite dangerous.
But some of his critics see Musk as the danger, pointing to his controversial tweets about white nationalism, unions, taxes, and beyond, questioning his ability to properly handle disinformation and toxic content.
He's talking about policing it, but after he just said he's buying it to be free. Alright. That's that double speech. Alright. This is Isaiah 55, verses 6 and 7. Seek ye the Lord while he might be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Alright. So this is verses letting it's time to come back to the Lord. It's too many pieces moving right now. Alright. Yeah, we know, man, law getting ahead, know where they are going with this, but the general public just don't get it. All right, now, skip over to um one more short clip. All right, in this one right here, I was going into
Now more than ever, it's important to stay connected. Just a quick one on the breaking news. Twitter agreeing.
right now. This one right here is them going into talking about changing certain laws because he have bought this. All right, so this could be just a ploy to lock down free speech even further. All right, and I'm gonna end this with this last scriptures. Then play this video in the video. This is Second Chronicles 36, verse 15 to 16. And the Lord power of their fathers sent it to them by his messengers, raising up betimes and sinning, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling places. So the man of the Lord out here warning you of these things and telling you to look out for these things is the Lord having compassion on his people. But they mocked the messengers of Yahweh and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, so there was no remedy. All right. So the Lord said, if people ain't listening, ain't paying attention to what's going on, that's when the wrath of the Lord rose. Now, you're going to listen to what they are hinting at and what laws they're talking about passing because this man is just about this platform that's supposed to be all about free speech and freedom. But like I said, he's making all the devices to enslave people, like the small car and the chip. All right. Now, let's just listen to what the White House had to say. And I'm going to say Shalom with this. And this be it.
Let Elon Musk purchase this purchase. Do you have a response to that? And does the White House have any concern that this new agreement might have President Trump back on the platform? Well, I'm not going to comment on a specific transaction. What I can tell you as a general matter, no matter who owns or runs Twitter, the president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, that power they have over our everyday lives, has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms they cause. He has been a strong supporter of fundamental reforms to achieve that goal, including reforms to Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and more. And he's encouraged that there's bipartisan interest in Congress. In terms of what hypothetical policies might happen, I'm just not going to speak to that at this point in time. On